Testing 1, 2. How are you? Testing 1, 2. How are you? Refresh. Testing 1, 2. How are you? Oh, shit. Testing 1, 2. How are you? Super! J Mac. Lady J, how are you? How's everyone doing? Does my mic sound right? Does the music sound right? Thumbs up, 1, anything. Testing, how are you? What's good? C88 Ninja, how are you? Trooper, how are you, bro? Daniel Berry, how are you, family? How you doing? The Bigs in the building, how are you? How you feel, bro? Feel they got some teams. The Troopers in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Mod. How y'all doing, team? What's going on? Hope everybody's doing good. How are you guys? Everybody getting their work on. Biggs. Trooper always working. And good evening, how y'all doing? Miss y'all, team. Working, doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Helping my community out, people online. Setting up these media service. Hope everybody all well. We're gonna talk about some of these devices right here. UGOOS. It's a good company, man. They make devices for their own self, and they make devices for other companies. Oh, that hurt. UGOOS. smart TV box and mini PCs. They get it in. On the table there, I got an old device. The X2 Cube family. Guys, it's gonna be a part 2 of this. Table. On the table there, we got the X2, 2 X2s. One is Android, and that's a surprise. Android surprise. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the X2 that's in red. I grabbed the X3 Pro. Was an Analogic S903 X2. These are Analogic S9. Let you see it there. Oh, I ain't put it. That ain't bad. That ain't good. PC1. That's what I have on the table there. Just X2 Cube, which is Analogic S905 X2. The 3 is one step up. And I got the Plus. Only difference is the storage and the Type-C plug. We go into more details about this. But this was the biggest one that I got from them. AM6. We're gonna rock that tomorrow. But this device got some nice features. And the main thing about this company and their devices, go check a couple of them out. All their devices have over-the-air updates always. It's running Android Pie, stock, not Android TV OS. Got a twist coming. But all their devices have coming up. All their devices are Samba servers, all of them. Every one of UGOOS device has built-in Samba. That's why I love their devices. And UGOOS is UK company. China parts, UK. That's where they come from. Same area in Shenzhen, China. They do Doom, Sudo, Sapiti. These developers, they do some things. They're good at this, what they do. This is their new line. See the gentleman speak on this one here, coming soon, like Buzz. This got some specs on it. Oh my goodness. They ain't even giving them up. That's their previous model, A1, AVI1 decoder. This one is available on Amazon. The X4Q. I think about $1. We got a couple of U8s. This their newest beast. Analogic S928XK. 8 gigs, 128. Running Android 11. They got some nice stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But on the table there, we can go with some of these features here. Let's go to the device. It is stock Android. That's all it is. Let me make this big. Hope everybody's doing good. Thomas! That's a secret. Embargo, I can't talk about it. Somebody knew about that logo. Somebody know about that logo. Is that the P6? Well, that's the P6 sitting right there, or the X5 Super Sport. Embargo time will tell. Is it the Power Station 6 or the X5 Super Sport? This is an updated version of their gray box. Back at the ranch, on the table there, X2 stock. X2, why don't you look on that box right there? It say ATV. Ladies and gentlemen, I found some firmware, and I did some things to it. Let's go to the device. Stock Android, very stable company. Store speedy. Got fast on here. I'm only gonna show you the download. The upload shows your IP address. I had a chance to go get the app that don't show it. 400. Let's go check out these settings. Full Play Store. I grabbed a couple of things out there. Let's go to the settings. So I can see this thing here. There's that guy. Hey, Vander, I've been thinking of you and Henry Name was talking about this device, and I said, I got a couple of them joints. Them joints is very nice. Much respect, man, for you and that brother Henry on that streaming guy show. Stay in my lane. Vanderpool, Henry, good devices. And the thing about UGOOS, they make devices for other companies. All their devices have built-in sound. We're gonna do a little bit of that. That's why I'm making 2 parts. I ain't even got no other streaming devices connected. I'm gonna let content come from the other one to the other one, back and forth. I ain't do that. I don't know. I ain't going there. This ain't for that. I can't do that now, bro. Much respect. That's conflict. I don't do that no more. On the table there, let's go to the Android, stock Android. These are the settings. You got your network, wrong mouse. Google sign in. Your apps, device preference, some goodies in here, storage. You got this mouse that'll make it larger. Bingo. Experiment on hotspot. The type of sounds that you want. I'm going to a capture card. I ain't gonna recognize none of this. And the storage on here is about 8 gigs. 2.5 for the operating system. But ladies and gentlemen, UGOOS got their own settings in their device. You might have seen them on other devices. I haven't seen them on many of them. X2 settings. Just got some juice in here. Ladies and gentlemen, by default, this device is not rooted, but you can root it, and there's that file server I'm talking about. Your playback settings. Hardware monitor, love it. At the top of this box, if I turn a couple of these on, it can tell you what it's doing. Oh, don't want to show the IP. Don't show the MAC. CPU usage, the frequency, and the load. If I go back to the desktop, you can see them right here on the right. The CPU usage, the frequency. I think that's pretty nice. You know what your box is doing while you're streaming, or you're doing moving some applications around. Mr. Link, Charles Alexander, what's up, family? How you doing? Mr. Huffling, how are you? Much respect, Mr. Huffling. Some nice content, bro. Much respect, man. Keep doing what you do. Back to the device. I ain't put a button on the stream deck. That's bad. Lady J in the building. Let's go back to the settings real quick. X2 settings. Set up for your gamepad, wireless assistant. You can just QR code and connect to it. Hardware monitor, that's where we's at. You can turn all this stuff on, animations. It's pretty nice. Display mode. The values, turn these off. You put a script in there. Anybody know about that? So, bro. Debugging settings. You got a gamepad. You can customize it exactly like you want it. You got a game controller. Box is nice. Got some things in here. Input settings. That comes with that root thing. And the average remote, it'll search for it, Bluetooth. And ladies and gentlemen, they don't sell these no more, but I've seen a couple on eBay. They overpriced. Way overpriced. When I purchased these, they was about $70. You say that's kind of high for Android, but I got that built-in assignment. I'm gonna show you about that. There we go. On the table there, I got a 12 terabyte WD hard drive. It might be 5,400, 70, 10,000 RPM. No, it's 54. I'm gonna connect this hard drive to the X2 Android version. Got a little bit of content on there. Let's go to the interface. And it's asking to open it up. Choose file manager. Matter of fact, there is some firmware over the air. They take care of their clients. We ain't gonna do that now. Let's clear all these. Let's go get a file manager. Plus my shot. Let's give it some permissions. Let's allow it. Gotta put the finger on it. Mr. Huffling, thank you. Oh, this is my shot. Overthinking. This shit got ads in it. But ladies and gentlemen, internal storage, I'm using 6 gigs out of 11. The rest is the operating system, enable the firmware backup. But on this 12 terabyte WD, got some content in there. Take a minute to load up. I think I got about, I overdid it. It's 3,000 movies on there. 2,800, something like that. You'll be able to connect this hard drive to this X2, share it outside your network, share it inside your network, share it inside your network. Part 2 coming. Mr. Huffling, much respect. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate that content. Q! Late to the class. How you be, bro? Super greeting everybody. Let's get back at the ranch. I ain't put a button in either. I know I ain't been streaming in a while. Gotta use a mouse to get to my devices. As I was saying, we got about 2,800, 3,000 movies on it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was telling you that all UGOOS devices have a Samba server. Anybody know about Samba? Should do, built-in Samba server. This is other box I never opened up for 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, give you some Android knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, this was my first introduction to media servers. This is made by B-Link. This thing about 10, 11 years old. And it had an SSD slot under the bottom. Table cam. It's just a device. The Home TV Cloud. I did a video on it. If you search my channel, you'll see. And had 2.5 slot under the bottom. And what's so amazing about this device, it had Sudo chipset. Realtek $12.95. Content coming. Still got it, 11 years old, still run. That was made by B-Link. I'm gonna see how far y'all go back. Do anybody know about that? The B-Link C, just like that previous device I showed you, this was the second version of it. I'll crack it, it's still been sealed. I got another one that's open. That was my introduction to media servers with built-in Samba. But But now that we have this 12 terabyte connected to this X2, let's go push the content and put it on your network so you can serve it up. Kicked. Two buttons. There we go. Back to the device. Mm-mm-mm. 12 terabyte connected. A little less than 4 terabytes available. That's being used. 6 free. Let's go to the settings. Settings. X2 settings. File server and client. We got Samba right here. You can put a username and password here, or leave it anonymous. And as you see, there's the hard drive, my media. I'm gonna select that. And now this is server. And okay. Let's go back to the desktop. Ladies and gentlemen, we have acknowledged that the TV box is a media server now. Well, it's a server. It don't just serve media, it serves files. Wrong one. Ooh, gave that up. Let's go to Nova. See if Nova recognizes this. If I had the settings right, it shouldn't be a problem. It recognized the drive right there. There's a lot of content on it. I need to be kicked. It's connected to the device, so I don't have to worry about, man, these are my devices. That's on my network. And if you see, I don't have no other device connected, but X2 is a share, and the X2 is a media server, UMP. Let's go to video. But ain't gonna do the share, because it's my media. Get the spin on. It's reading that data that's on that John. It's a lot of files on here, guys. 5400 speed. Let's add it. This will take a minute. Might be out of his range. Might be too much. As you see, it's scanning right there. And there's only movies. Yeah, let's get this thing on. Oh, I need a keyboard. $154. So far, that's going into Nova. 59. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna let this do its thing right there, but I'm gonna take you to this other device. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Philly Cable Dave. My channel started about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I ain't never been consistent. One thing I do, I go under the hood of Android. I'm gonna show you how deep I go. On the table there, you see we got stock Android running Android Pie. Same operating system that runs on your phone. And some people make it take it too deep. What is an Android streaming device? What is an Android streaming device? Or Android TV OS streaming device? It's a device with a phone or Android TV operating system. Stock Android, like we have on the table here, is a box with an HDMI out. Excuse me. That's all Android streaming device is. That's it. Once you get the philosophy that it's a phone with an HDMI, that's it. And Android is what? Stock Android is what? Open source. You can go in. You can go in. There's no barriers. Android TV OS, different thing. Just about open source. Use software to get things happen. Let's take it back to the first one. I'm gonna show you surprise how deep I go into these devices. We got 368 still popping. It's gonna be a minute. But ladies and gentlemen, on the table here, they two of the same devices. 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of space. This is running Android Pie, but what is this running? Let me show you. I found me some firmware. And ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. I found this firmware on UGOOS, the company's forum. UGOOS like this. They know their devices is top notch and they're open source and the operating system is open source. They put a firmware on there for not stock Android, but Android TV OS. Let me show you. I took my time. You see the clock right there? I'm gonna unplug it. Go back to the screen and let you see it load up. Once they did that, I'm like, oh, y'all all right. Most companies are like, yeah, right, you ain't changed the operating system. They don't care. Look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Sasblad. DJ Bird. 50-year-old friend. UGOOS. They said you can use this firmware too. Stock Android or Android TV OS. QC, how are you, bro? Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? When I say I go under the hood, I go under the hood. I do my research before I buy a box, and then when I get it, I go under the hood, see what I can do with it. Around this time, Me Cool came out with an Android TV device. And everybody went to Android. Dongles, generic Fire TV stick, which is a version of stock Android, not Android TV OS. And this firmware on here runs great. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I lost all the remotes for these devices. I think I got one in here for this. That's what the generic remote came with. Chibi remote. On it, this is the low end version. and had the I forgot what these called, that you had to plug in to navigate around. That's what we can navigate around that ATV. We got 500 files there. Just the kind of remote you had to use. The clicky, 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 clicky. Back home. Cosmic. Skull. Playlist dirt. Buzz got some nice stuff. There's 3 companies out there that I respect what they do. Formula, crazy ass development team. Buzz TV, to do some nice work. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm an Android head. Most of these devices are running ARM chips. I take the same philosophy of this software and I push it on a mini PT and get twice the performance. That's why I'm a little, this shit don't excite me. One thing that's coming out, that P6, that B-Link, y'all gonna be surprised about that. I got something about that. Do anybody know what's under the hood of that new B-Link that's coming out? Now I'm gonna leave it like that. $400 for a streaming device running stock Android. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Home Cloud. When it's storage under the bottom 10 years ago. Real tech. Oh, but it only can take SSD. Bruh, I take a SSD enclosure and put an NVMe in there and it will read it. And not FAT32 or EX4 NTFS, stock Android. This is stock Android. This 12 terabyte hard drive is formatted in what? NTFS. It'll read it. Android tvOS. Different story. Different story. EXFAT or FAT32. But no kind of files over 2 gigs. EXFAT, unlimited. 4 gigs more, whatever you want. Let's go check out where we at with the 12 terabyte sucking up this service. Oh, I ain't stream decked this, man. I'm salty. How many we got? Let's go to Nova. Wrong mouse. Let's go into movies. We have the 700. Skull, what's that? Buzz TV boxer. Oh, they're amazing. I got a stick I ain't never cracked. Yeah, most of the stock Android. The maps are made for that. Some Android tvOS might not run on it. Just like some stock Android apps don't run on ATV. Yeah, that thing look crazy. That thing look crazy. Spec, not the wrong one. I need the specs of this joint earlier. There we go. Come on, mouse. This thing gonna be crazy. Analogic S 928XK Android 11. Nice GPU, 8 gigs of RAM. All the Wi-Fi's. 128. Learn more. Let me see what's up. Dang, this rock chip? Wow. That's an eye-opener. 35, 68. One down. But again, let me stroll to it. They do their server thing, man. Only the boxes run media servers. Back at the ranch. Is that box I got the P6 and I'm under embargo? I can't talk about it? Or is the X5 Super Sport? Back at the ranch. Yeah, I seen the device. I was going to grab this. That's a minute ago though. It's back at the ranch. I did not set my stream deck up right. Ugh. 921. Let's go to the ATV version. Here we are. Let's go see if that's it's on the network. It's always gonna show itself. Let's go to the share. It's showing this up there. Ooh, that's what's up. There's my media. This one has the 12 terabyte hard drive on it. This is acting like a client. Let's go to it. And it showed up. I got 400 mouses, man. Can we import it? It's a lot of content to import. Yes, it did. Let's bring it into the Android TV version of the X2, which I put some firmware on it. It's stable as hell, too. As you see the circle to the right there, it's looking. And as you see up there, it says 1,000. And it's getting a scrape on. It's bringing 1,000 movies from the stock Android because it has built-in Samba from this 12 terabyte hard drive that I have connected to it. This is Android TV OS that I push the firmware on there, same devices, because I go under the hood. And I basically got the same apps, but different versions of Android on these devices. Android TV OS, stock, will run on your phone. Pi, Android TV OS. Android TV OS, same thing that runs on Shell, Google, Chrome, OM. Let's go to it. Wrong mouse. HEB. Just getting the scrape on. Take it back one. Let's go to the main screen. It's scraping up. 231 of that scraped already. Let's see if we can get one. Bingo. Is it fully scraped yet? Yes, it is. Let's go down the list. Let's go to categories. Let's get some anime. I get away with that. Pink Panther. Bingo. Built-in Samba. And that device is still scraping too. Your network. How many we got so far? $500. Let's go back to the stock Android and see if they still ripping. Indexing, excuse me. I ain't have my button set up. I need to be smacked. Oh, it's the keyboard. No wonder. Did it stop? 1,300. Some more movies in there, but I'll take that. It's tired. Charlie Chaplin. Oh, I need a keyboard. Let's come back out. Jarvis. Oh, that thing's still scraping. Let's try this. I wonder where that came from. Online. I gotta get better with that. Built-in Samba. That's playing on the Android tvOS. Android stock Pi. Let's go to the Cube. X2 Cube ATV Android tvOS. No button. 800 still scraping. Do I see 2,000 is still up there? Yes. Come out. Round mouse. Did I stumble? Have any TV shows in there? That was good. 1,000 movies so far. ATV seemed like it's reading the metadata quicker than the main server. We're gonna see if this do this. This device said I found 1,300 movies on here, but I know it's about 2,800. This device said 1,050. Who's lying? The server or the client? Android tvOS. Nova. You got 1,500 on there. Somebody ain't playing by the rules. Let's go back to stock Android X2 Cube and see did he update his thing. Okay, I hit it wrong. Android TV. This is the Android tvOS. Didn't put it on there. 64. Same specs on both devices. System. X2 Cube. 2 gigs. Firmware. SAS blah. Internal. 11 gigs. GPU. No, X and logic. This shit in 64 meg build? Damn, that's okay. 4 cores, running 26%. Let's go see the codecs. V9, this is old. H.264. The highest thing is the V9. This device is about 3 years old. The basics. You see that again? Yeah, Analogic S902. the X4, 4 gigs DDR3, 64 gigs of storage, X3, and chipset S905X4. This X3, these are X2. You'll learn about that tomorrow. Stable devices, guys. Once again, it's been Philly. Trying to get my stream back up. Ladies and gentlemen, my stream is pretty good as far as my performance. Because I was streaming on my Beast 1. Now I'm streaming on Beast 2. See what it's running. That's what I'm talking about. It's running at 14%. Got 20 windows open and I'm streaming. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just using internal graphics. I ain't even got a video card in yet. No NVIDIA card in here. Intel graphics. I need that slot though. Uh-oh, they got to reload my page. Did my stream job? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Philly Cable Dave talking shit about my box. The Reach team said I'm overloaded. They overloaded. Shout out to the people who look out for me, and I hope y'all safe out there. DJ Bird. Q. How are you? Come on. The Bergster. Getting back into the game, guys. How are you? Q. QC. Skull. Matuper. C. 88 Nina. The Lady J. It's about Android, guys. Open source software. Thank you, Mr. Uplink. Let's see what that X2 stock Android device doing. Thanks for hanging out with me. Open source software. ATV, how many movies you got? Let's go click on Nova, check it out. Let's go to movies. $70 option, 2,300 movies. And still reading metadata, still scraping. It's a great option. Android tvOS. How many they got? Did it scrape all? 2,600. It's doing things in the background. 31% up top. Still got the meters on. Let's come back out. Let's go all the way out. That's the other thing I like about stock Android. Stuff running in the background. Stuff running in the background. Let's open up Nova again and see if the count changed. Are you playing me? Come on. There we go. How many we got? 2,700. On the server that has built-in Samba. Using this as a client. Same devices. Android Pie. Stock Android. Same thing that runs on your phone. HDMI. Out. And come on, mouse. Android tvOS. Let's take it all the way out. See what the numbers look like. Showing it Annie. It's back to Nova. Go to the movie category. Just scrape more than other joint. 2,500 right behind it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me. Part 2. See you tomorrow night. Going with the big boy. UGOOS AM6. HDMI splitter, and the thing about these devices, they're big boys. 12 volts. The ones on the table taking 5 volts. Two antennas, splitter, HDMI, two 2.0s, Lang, gigabit, 12 volts. USB 2. OTA, USB 3, auxiliary AV out, AUX in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you stream with StreamYard or I use Restream, this is powering up the stream on. Think about that. We'll try it tomorrow. The extra the box, got a little weight to it. Premium remote. Pretty good. UK plug. It sent me adapter. 2 antennas. HDMI. UGOOS AM6. We're gonna rock that tomorrow. And I will have some streaming devices connected so you can see how they can access this built-in Samba server on the AM6. All UGOOS devices have Samba server. Y'all have a blessed one. Once again, Philly Cable Dave. Much respect to the one only Hufflink, Trooper, Lady J, Q, QC, Skull. You have a blessed one. Mr. Hufflink, thank you. I am subscribed to your channel. All notifications are on, brother. Something different, man. I like what you do, man. We all look at this thing called technology and streaming differently. I do. I got this thing. I let people show me different concepts and philosophies, and I go in. I work with them. As far as purchasing a streaming device with somebody, I don't do speculation. I gotta have it in my hand. I got to. And this, and he killed me. Hopefully he'll do this shit though. It's a lot of content creators in the streaming community. Every new device that come out is a killer. Shit kill. Shield killer. Fire stick killer. Own killer. Pro killer. Accept the device for what it is. This one thing that I must say. That B-Link power station, P6, community, what are you gonna do with it? With all that power, what are you gonna do with it? That's a rock tip 3588. It's powerful. What are you gonna do with it? $400 media server? What are you gonna do with it? That's an ARM chip. I got something for you. Xbuntu. Xbuntu. I've been doing my research. P6 nice. On paper, crazy. But one thing, I ain't trashing them. That goddamn development team, this software is crazy. I must say. Device is a little pricey, but the goddamn software is crazy. Much respect, Philly. Zooming in. What icon is that? What icon is that? We're gonna work it out. Have a good one. Peace. Embargo. P6 X5 Super Sport. Buzz. Good night. Thank you all. Back at the table.